What they're trying to do now is Hitlerize Trump so that if Trump is defeated and crushed, they're going to say, never again will we allow our citizens, our undocumented citizens, to be oppressed and rounded up like this. This is how their plan is to create a system by which in the United States you have undocumented and documented citizens. They've already tried using that terminology. They pulled back a little bit. I believe Hassan Piker on his stream was referring to them as undocumented citizens. That is they tried this. So the goal is we will lie about whatever Trump does. We will make it seem like what he is doing is rounding up the Jews. And then we will argue to all Americans who think it's bad, we can never do this again, which means no more deportations ever.
Alex Jones has obviously InfoWars, and I've been critical of the name InfoWars, even like culture war. I'm like, why manifest war? But the reality is this information manipulation is a form of psychological warfare. And people have been using these, what do you want to call it, corporate media, MSNBC, these high-powered fire hoses of data transfer to brainwash people since the inception of the technology, but especially since the advance of the internet. And now there's all these other people delivering knowledge as well. So it is a battle, I guess you could say, of the mind.
Would you say it's information warfare? Yeah,
I think so. Like, I don't want to soften warfare. I don't want to soften the term, but it's definitely like information
civil conflict.
Yeah, what?
When it comes to citizens, how they keep saying citizens, written in the amendments, the 16th, 19th, 24th, and 26th, it says it has the citizens' right to vote in these ways. Those are the voting amendments. So if you want to think of who was ever supposed to vote, it was always meant to be citizens as soon as they involved the federal government.
What was the last part? What'd you say?
As soon as they involved the federal government in voting, because it was always a state's right, it became citizens. So each of the 4 voting amendments say it is the right of the citizens to a citizen who's a woman, a citizen who's a freed slave, a citizen. So,
yeah, I mean, and that because of that, points to the fact that Democrats have been trying to
get citizens so citizens can vote. So these are just undocumented citizens. See, they can still vote.
Which is still just, it's just word games to them. Mm-hmm. But if they can get the American people to kind of just accept that. It becomes
truth.
Yeah, accept that as truth, that would, that will help them to allow the actual non-citizens to vote, which is something that we've discussed around this table here multiple times.